Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? Are you hot enough? I don't know about you guys, but it is a warm day where we are in Ontario. So I'm Judy Williams. If you don't know me and if you're just joining, thank you so much for joining and liking this page and joining with us. I am so pleased to have you, and I love being able to serve you and to pop on and show you what's new and what's coming available. And we have so much to show you and so much we're so excited about. So what I'm doing tonight is I am staying cool in my kitchen, and I am using my air fryer. So Gary, my husband, had offered to barbecue, but I was like, oh no, I know you guys are working outside on the porch on the back that's needing to get done. So let me do something in here that is cool. So the goal, of course, is to stay cool. And I still work in Fahrenheit, and it was saying that it was 85 out. So I'm just gonna show you, this is what I do. I've talked about this before. This is how I get the skin off my garlic. So I'm just using, this is our Santoki knife. I'm just showing you, I just press down, and then you can see how it kind of just releases the skin. And then I cut the ends off, both ends, and then you can see how it just releases the skin. So then it's off, and then I usually, if it's a big piece of garlic like that, I often cut it in half. So if anybody follows me, knows I have a chronic pain syndrome and I also knock things off. That I have a chronic pain syndrome in my wrist, and now I've got some stuff going on in my feet. So I am often showing things to make things easier in my kitchen with the tools. And I do find that so many of the tools are easy to use, and it has helped me be a lot more active in my kitchen than I was. And that was sort of a nice byproduct. I really didn't, that wasn't the goal when I joined. I wanted to get all the great products, but I really didn't realize that having the right tools for the right jobs was going to help me be more active in my kitchen. I was pretty tired of cooking when I started, to be honest. People have asked me that, do you love cooking? And I'm like, When I started, to be honest, 4.5 years ago, I was, I've been cooking for 33 years, so you get kind of tired of it. Anybody who has been cooking for a while, maybe like right along with me. I can't see who's on, but say hello there in the chat if you'd like to. So I was a little bit tired of cooking myself. Just gonna take my Barbie hairbrush and get the rest of the garlic out of here. And, but I did want the products. And so what I found was the more I used the products, the more able I was to cook and to do the things that I wanted to do. And my love for cooking did come back because I had so many more resources and things to get the job done that were purposed for that, And I think it's like any profession, when you have the right tools for the job, you're able to do things a lot smoother and a lot happier. So with the garlic press, you don't have to take the skin off. That's the whole purpose. I don't want this to flip out. You don't have to take the skin off. You can just use the skin, press it right through the garlic press, and that's the idea, so that you don't have to get your fingers garlicky. But for somebody like me, who has a little bit of trouble with their wrists or their hands. I know I talk to a lot of women who tell me they have carpal tunnel or they're having problems with their hands. An easy way to get that skin off is, like I say, just push down on it with your heel. That'll take the skin off easily. Or we also have, it's like a rubber tube, and you can roll the skins right off, and that comes off well too. Or don't be so ambitious and get a small piece of garlic, cut it in half with the skin on, and that'll push through a little bit easier. Me, I tend to take big chunks of everything and try to get a lot through. As you can tell by the huge plate of meat I've got. So it says to put 6 pieces of chicken thighs on in your air fryer. Me, of course, again, I cook in bulk because that means I cook less often and we eat leftovers. We use them for lunches, that sort of thing. And so when I'm going to have something cooking, I'm going to make sure it does the trick. So people ask me, They either say, oh, that air fryer is way too big for me, it's just me and my husband. And I say, honestly, it is perfect for you and your husband, because you can, there's two racks in it, and you're gonna love being able to use it. It's so versatile. You're gonna replace so many of your appliances. If you don't like using a microwave, you're gonna be thrilled that your pizza crust comes out nice, and instead of soggy when you reheat it, it's gonna be nice and moist, and you're going to love that effect. And you're probably going to start making all your meals in it. Get rid of, you know, your oven, and it's going to be so nice and cool in the summer. And then people with big families say, oh my goodness, it's too small. And I say, believe me, I know just what you mean. We have a big family. When everybody is home, I love to cook in it and get everything done. And I get all of our food in it. I love to cook the chicken parmesan in it. It's so delicious. And another favorite of mine is doing these chicken thighs, because it's so delicious. Keeps the mess to an absolute minimum. And if you don't like using your hand, just throw a glove on. But I like to get these just with some oil on them, and whatever your favorite seasoning is. And Paper Chef has so many great new seasonings out. You're going to love them. If you haven't tried them, give them a try. We have so many new things coming out again that you're going to love trying. And again, because I'm putting so much meat on here, I'm going to put the timer on for just a little bit longer. And that's, again, the nice thing is you can adjust your timer for as long as you want or as short as you want. So it's got nice pre-settings, so you don't have to think about what you're doing. But on the other hand, if you've got something like me where you're trying to shove a lot more on there, you can make it go longer. And I like that about our electrics. They, for instance, our grill, I know, has an add 30 seconds, and I use that for people who like things a little bit more done. And you can just add on 30 seconds. You don't have to start all over with what you're cooking and what you've programmed in, or what's already programmed in. So I also have a third tray for my air fryer, which you can order. So if you want to do like me and get lots on there, you can just put a third tray in there, and there's room for that. There is a tray at the top, but that's really for protecting things to keep them from getting dirty at the top. So you really don't want to use that as one of your trays. And if you can see, I'm using the small bar pan on top of one of my trays. You don't need to use that. But if you're looking to save your trays, and maybe you don't have a dishwasher, you can use those trays, and they're great as well. Now, if you don't have a dishwasher, simply soak the trays in some hot sudsy water, and they will come really nicely clean. Otherwise, again, if you feel like something's really dirty, you can soak it for a bit before you put it in the dishwasher, but I have found they come out so clean in the dishwasher. You are going to be thrilled with that. I haven't had any problems with them coming clean. I suggest that you take them out and look after them the same day. Don't leave them overnight. And then that bottom tray that collects crumbs and stuff, you can literally be cooking on that tray as well. You can put vegetables and all kinds of things down there to cook. And so there's so many ways to use your air fryer and get lots of use out of it. So I don't really need to go to a third tray here. I can really get this all on here. Again, instructions are that the whole recipe is to take 6 chicken thighs, but look at me, I've got 7 on this one, and I've got 5 on this one. So, and they're big chicken thighs, and again, to me, this is how you get it done. You might as well put it on for a few more minutes and just, you might as well put it on for a few more minutes and get it all done at once. That's my theory. I was just out helping the guys on the porch, doing some things, and I made them both a smoothie with some protein powder in it, or pea protein. And so we're doing supper a little bit late here, but I was hoping that if I could give them something to tide them over, that they would last out there a little bit longer, because they're doing such a great job, and I'm so thrilled that they're doing such a bang-up job back there and getting so much done. Okay, so these are all ready. What I did do is I took my spritzer and I sprayed the trays first, and I do suggest that. If you don't have the spritzer to oil them, I don't suggest that you use a nonstick spray, because that will make your trays very gummy, and that is hard to get off. So just take like a silicone brush and just spray, just go over them with a nonstick, like with an oil. I find something lighter, like canola, safflower oil, sunflower oil, something like that, as opposed to thick like olive oil, will work better, and they will come really clean. So if you don't have something like this, don't worry. A silicone brush is a really economical alternative, and like I say, that works really, really well, and they are ready to go. Now I want to take you over to putting this in, and I don't know whether we can do this without causing a big mess over here, but let me see if I can switch you around. It's always fun in the kitchen with Judy, seeing what she's going to do. So I'm going to put this one in here. There's different levels, and as you can see, this is the tray underneath. I don't know if you can see that well enough. That's what I could put tomatoes or whatever I want under there, and then I'm just going to plug it in so that hopefully you can see that a little bit better, and then we can turn this. So there's air fry, bake, roast, rotisserie, reheat, and dehydrate. And again, it's set for whatever I want to do. Now I have my book, and this comes with all of the great recipes, and it breaks it down very easily. So if you're doing chicken like me and you don't exactly have a recipe like me, it's going to tell you exactly how long to do them for. So 6 thighs, air fry, 28 minutes. So I'm going to just adjust that a little bit. So I am going to put it onto air fry. So let's see if I have to cancel, because I've been talking too long here. Plug it back in here. Okay, so I'm going to put it onto, oh, it won't work unless you have the door closed. Again, safety is always paramount with Pampered Chef. So air fry. So it says 28 minutes, so I'm just gonna make it a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna say, let's try 35 to begin with, because it's going to beep when it's halfway through. Okay, so just for the purpose of this, I'm going to get it started, but I'm going to stop it and put the other tray in, and I will let you know how it turns out and show you some pictures after.